We're live in Vancouver's False Creek this evening, where it's a cool but comfortable 4 degrees, but these clear skies are not expected to last very long. We're expected to get some snow tonight and into tomorrow, with a snowfall warning in effect for Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley, again starting tonight, but mostly tomorrow morning. Greg Harper now with the latest and what Vancouver is doing to prep itself for what could be some messy winter conditions.
The morning could be the roughest time. We're going to transition over to snow through the overnight, probably right at the start of the morning drive. For almost all neighborhoods, it's going to get sloppy.
I actually don't mind a little bit of snow. It's nice to have a little bit of the touch of all 4 seasons in Vancouver, so I'm ready for it.
It's been a while since snow has been in the forecast. Remember this? It was nearly 1 year ago when Metro Vancouver was blanketed by snow. While many were shoveling to clear the flakes away, others were spinning their wheels on the slick Metro Vancouver streets. At the National Works Yard in Vancouver, the city is gearing up for the Lower Mainland's first snowfall of the year.
If it's cold and dry, we're going to keep brining. If we do get a snowfall, we're going to be salting. If it's significant snowfall with some accumulations on the roads, that's when we go to plowing the roads as well.
A pretty solid snowpack here on Cypress Mountain, but it's not like we're going to see a winter wonderland quite like this on city streets. However, a heavy wet snow can create some problems.
We'll see snowfall for almost all areas with the exception of right along the coast, and then it transitions over to rain. So on top of that snow, we get a massive amount of rain, and that's going to create incredibly slippery conditions.
So buckle up for what could be a nasty Friday morning commute.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
Regardless how much snow we may or may not receive, it's probably a good idea right now to have this and this close by. Tune in to Breakfast Television and News 1130 on Friday morning for the latest on the conditions. In Vancouver, Greg Harper, City News.
As you heard, some happy, some not so much. I on the other hand, think I'd be pretty happy with just a little bit of snow, but these conditions could make it very dangerous on the roads. These things we're not too excited about, but Vancouver's not the only city and municipality prepping for what could be messy conditions. Now, Surrey city staff says crews are shifts until the flakes stop falling. Over 35 trucks will be running 24 hours a day. The city says it has a good supply of road salt, over 15,000 metric tons, which should last the winter.
So the public, as usual, can call into Surrey and use our service request line, or online they can also put in an application for service. The other thing that I'd like to mention is online we also have a new tool that started last year, and people can go on and check to see when the roads were last plowed. So for example, if a resident tomorrow has to go to, say, the doctor's office, they can take a look and see which route was plowed the earliest or the latest, and make a decision on which way they would like to go to get to the doctor's office.
Now, he adds routes to hospitals and schools, for example, have higher priority for plowing than side streets. Meanwhile, TransLink has activated its snow plan. That means extra staff will be out to help passengers, and municipalities have been contacted to coordinate snow clearing. Also, Millennium Line trains have been organized into 4-car configurations to increase capacity, while SkyTrain attendants monitor guideways. If things get really bad, articulated buses will be replaced with 40 conventional ones. And a warning, if you're headed to or from Vancouver Island or the Gulf Islands, BC Ferry says they have issued a travel advisory for tomorrow, and it says strong winds may force the cancellation of several sailings along the south coast. So travelers are advised to monitor their website for updates if you are planning a trip. Now, if you're driving, you're going to be safety on the roads, BCAA is reminding you to make sure your vehicle is ready so you can get around safely. If you haven't already, install those winter tires so you don't get stuck in those slippery hills in Vancouver. Some of BCAA's best tips for tomorrow's snowy conditions: slow down, leave more room between you and the car ahead, and use your turn signals well in advance. Plus, make sure to clear the snow and ice from windows and lights, top up the wiper fluid, plus defog all windows.
Safety first, clear your entire vehicle off, including your lights, so that the people around you can see that. Another useful compact tool would be a little shovel. In the event you do get into a little bit of a sticky spot or slippery spot, for that case, we can use the shovel to potentially clear the area to get a little bit of extra traction to get you to where you need to be.
You also don't want to forget to shovel your driveway and consider how accessible your car is when you park, so roadside assistance can reach you if needed. Now, how long will the snowfall last, and what can we expect for the weekend? Well, we'll have that a little bit later on when we have our meteorologist with the full look at the forecast. And lots of kids will be wondering, will we have a snow day and no school tomorrow if there is a lot of snow that does end up falling? We don't have that right now. Vancouver School Board says normally they stay open despite some snowfall. Other districts might have different policies. Make sure to tune into Breakfast Television starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow, and that team will have the latest on school cancellations and other cancellations in the region due to snow. In Falls Creek, I'm Isabelle Raghem for City News.